It's not how you start the season, but how you finish. That's what we've always been told when playing sports. But getting off to a slow start in high school football could be costly, while getting off to a hot start could set up your season to be pretty special. Let's look back at another action-packed weekend of football. Neuqua Valley and Naperville Central squaring off as DVC foes, the Wild Hawk Trophy on the line for the very first time. Second quarter, Nick Osakowicz up the gut, barely touched for the 20-yard score, and the Wildcats go up 7-0. Still in the second, Connor Joyce to Matt Lehman with this ridiculous one-handed catch, good for 28. Same drive, Joyce goes to Lehman again, this time 33 yards and the game-tying touchdown. Score tied in the fourth, Redhawks driving late in the game. Luke Brady, 12 yards central, now up a touchdown. Wildcats get one more chance, Jack Stankhoven heaves it up, Manny Rugamba bats the ball away, and the Redhawks escape with the win. Mattia Valley and Naperville North each looking for its first win. Huskies up 7-0 early in the second. Matt Montgomery down the left sideline, untouched for the 17-yard score. Mustangs down 21-15 in the fourth. Connor Lovely picked off for the third time. This one puts the Huskies up by 13. MV wouldn't go away quietly. Lovely to Jordan Cagle, 50 yards, and it's a one-score game again. 2.5 to play, Mattia with the ball. Lovely to Jack Feely for the 25-yard gain. Less than a minute to play, Lovely finds Brad Feckety at the goal line. MV up one after the extra point. North gets the ball in field goal range, but Matt Milan's attempt goes wide right, and Mattia gets the improbable win. Waubonsie Valley taking on Glenbard North for the first time in school history. Less than a minute to play in the first, Vittorio Tracasi gives the Panthers an early lead. Middle of the second quarter, Jack Conley with his second long run in as many weeks. Outdoing himself this time. This one goes for 88 yards. Conley loses his balance before the goal line, setting up Max Irie, punching it in from 2 yards out, and we're tied at 7. Later in the second quarter, Conley connects with Charles Robinson. The wideout muscles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Score is still the same in the fourth. GBN, one last chance. Shane Conway can't get the ball to the end zone, and Dub V escapes with a 2-0 record. Bennett Academy opening its home slate of the schedule, taking on O'Fallon. The defense getting after it early and often in this one. Patrick O'Mara earns himself a safety, and the Red Wings up 2-0 early. Later in the first, Kentrail Moran has nowhere to go. Ryan Lishka knocks the ball loose. Alec McCarron scoops and scores, and it's 9-0 after the PAT. Offense getting in the act as well. Jack Snyder with the keeper. Gets a little help from wideout Will O'Grady with his second block on the play. 44 yards into the end zone, 16-0 BA. Third quarter, Red Wings are rolling up 27-3. Martin Dosen down to the 2-yard line. Very next play, Dosen bulldozes his way into the end zone, and Bennett with another convincing win. This week's Offensive Player of the Week goes to Naperville North's Jalen Lockhart. Despite the heartbreaking loss to Mattia Valley, the senior racked up 200 yards on 30 carries, including a 63-yard touchdown that put the Huskies up 21-8. Lockhart will look to continue that momentum this week, taking on Wheaton North. On the defensive side of the ball, we couldn't narrow it down to just one player this week, so we credit the entire Bennett defense. And the tape speaks for itself. The Red Wings bottled up U of I commit Kentrail Moran, forcing 4 turnovers, and the unit outscored O'Fallon 9-3. Now, if you have someone in mind for Player of the Week, let us know on Facebook and Twitter using the hashtag 17POTW. Taking a look ahead to this weekend's action, the talk of the town will be the War of 204. And for the first time since 2002, Waubonsie Valley and Neuqua Valley won't square off at Benedetti Worley Stadium. The Warriors traveled to the Wildcats looking to make it 2 in a row after last season's 35-28 win. 2 close wins have some wondering how good Naperville Central really is. They'll get a chance to prove the doubters wrong, taking on Mattia Valley after its come-from-behind win last week. Naperville North will look to erase the bad taste in its mouth from that crushing loss to the Mustangs, taking on Wheaton North. Both the Huskies and Falcons will look to get their first win of the season. Bennett Academy should finally meet a challenge, taking on Notre Dame. While both teams are putting up points offensively, the talk will be about the defense. Both teams have each given up less than 30 points total in their first 2 games. Nico Hefflinger will have complete highlights of these games on Sunday's edition of NSW.